welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this series in which you get to meet many of our fantastic faculty. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Assistant Instructional Professor Shelly Grimes. Shelly, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Hutchins.
Yeah, so we are just trying to get to know everything we can about our awesome faculty within HHPR and you and everything you're doing with Play 60 and everything else. We need to know who you are. You're going to be one of the professors that students are going to come to. They're going to be so excited to take your classes. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. It looks like you've been at Pitt State here 12 years now, just about. So tell us about yourself.
Okay, well, again, I've been an instructor here at Pittsburgh State for about 12 years, and I'm an alum, so I consider myself a diehard gorilla. I've earned 3 degrees from Pittsburgh State. So I finished my bachelor's degree, of course, master's, EDS, which is Educational Specialist. Okay. So for students that are really wanting to major in education, they can know that it doesn't just stop at Pittsburgh State with a 4-year degree. I mean, if they're really wanting to pursue recreation, physical fitness, physical education, they can keep on going and get what they need right here at Pittsburgh State. So I'm originally from Quapaw, Oklahoma, which is a small little 2A school about 30 miles south of Pittsburgh. So when I was coming up as a student early on, straight out of high school, I was looking for a university that focused on health and fitness. And I liked that aspect of physical education along with coaching.
Why were you drawn to that right out of high school? What was the thing that got you on your path?
I think coming out of high school as a student, I was always athletic and just always real active. And so when I started searching for a university, I wanted one that not only had sports, but one that looked at recreation and not only hiking and biking and maybe outdoor education, water skiing. I mean, anything that's a little bit maybe non-traditional, aerobic dance, working in the weight rooms. I'm just a well-rounded athletic fitness person. So I wanted all aspects. And when I started searching and looking as a student, being from Oklahoma, I traditionally thought, I'm going to a school in Oklahoma. But then when I started looking around and I took a visit to Pittsburgh State, I was in awe of the health and fitness programs. They offered 16 to 20 different aerobic dance classes.
Wow.
And not only dance, but fitness. I mean, weight room stuff. And then also at that time, a faculty member by the name of Dr. Robert Gorman, who is still here as our graduate coordinator, he was doing outdoor education. We're talking archery, fly fishing, canoeing, kayaking. And I thought, this is where I have to be. I want to be in a department that has, not just athletics, but everything.
Very well-rounded experience for individuals like yourself seeking that kind of thing. Excellent. So you mentioned, you have 3 degrees from Pitt State, and you're currently finishing your EDD at Lindenwood, right?
I am.
That's awesome. What about your work experience prior to Pitt State? You mentioned you started as an instructor here 12 years ago. What about your time before that?
Okay, I think probably the biggest thing to share with prospective students, kind of sharing my path, when I first graduated from Pittsburgh State, even though I came out with a degree in physical education, I think students need to understand that HHPR means health, physical education, and recreation. It's a big umbrella. So not only was I a certified teacher when I came out, but I spent the first 15 years of my career, I didn't even teach. I spent it in the health clubs and the fitness centers and doing events, special events, hosting 5Ks, hosting mud runs, teaching aerobics classes, personal training. And then after I got married, had kids of my own, I was ready to settle down, and I thought, I can teach now because I have a teaching certificate. And so I took the opportunity at that point in my life, after 15 years post-graduation with my master's degree, because I did serve as a GA. I went straight from BS to my master's degree. So with that said, I had another door open, and I think that's the beauty of our programs is you don't have to teach just PE. you can venture into recreation. You can venture into exercise science and into sports management.
Yep.
We're a big umbrella.
Yeah.
And we encompass a lot of different things. So I've never let anything hold me back.
Yeah.
I've kept the door open for
Yeah.
any aspects. But so after 15 years in the health clubs, then I went into physical education and teaching. I taught K through 12 physical education at Baxter Springs, Kansas, K through 12 physical education classes, and coached some track and field and basketball, and did that for about 10 years. And after my time and duration there, I got a call from Pittsburgh State, and they said, how would you like to come back as a faculty member? And when I received that phone call from Dr. Heffley and Dr. Opliger, I thought, yes, that's where I need to be, so I can continue with the legacy, with Pittsburgh State. And they said, how about let's get that doctorate?
Yeah.
And so I'm doing an online program with my educational specialist and leadership degree from Lindenwood University. And Lindenwood has a relationship with Pittsburgh State for post-master degree students, so you can work through that progression and get the terminal degree.
That's awesome.
So,
very cool. So
yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know about your experience working in health clubs as group fitness instructors. It seems like that's a common trend with some of the other faculty that we've already talked to this week. But and you alluded to this too, but the breadth of our program and how it seems that no matter whether you're on the PE side of things or you're on the rec and sports side of things, we've all kind of done it all, right?
Yes, you bet.
We've all got those experiences, and that's something that it's not only unique to rec and sport management generally because they are broad programs, and to PE as well, but it's really, really unique to Pitt State to have such a strong combination of people with such diverse backgrounds that have all done whatever it is that they're teaching about now. So
right,
that's really cool. So
you betcha.
Awesome. Can you tell us any more specifics about the Phys Ed program?
I think as a prospective student, if you're wanting to come to Pittsburgh State, just some things, highlights about physical education in general. I think that they'll find that our classes are smaller, so they're going to get a lot of one-on-one from their instructors. Classes ratio is about 1 to 20, 1 to 25. Historically in Southeast Kansas, we are a teacher college. I mean, that's how Pittsburgh State initially started, was prepping teachers. And so I think that those values still hold true, and we take a lot of special extra time with our students, and we want to make sure that they certainly are ready to go out and student teach when it's time for them to make that journey.
Right.
We do produce more physical education teachers than any other Division II school in the state. And I will say that we host a huge teacher interview day every spring, and we have local superintendents and building principals come to Pittsburgh State, and we have a ton of administrators that come to Pittsburgh State specifically looking for Phys Ed teachers because they know that we put out good kids.
Yeah.
They know that we have a strong program, and they know they're going to get a strong employee if they choose a Pittsburgh State student.
Awesome. So many of our PE teachers that we produce are highly sought after. We also offer some pretty unique minors that I'm sure people out there are going to be curious about. We've got exercise science, hospitality management, dance, of course, but the one that seems to be most popular is our coaching minor.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, with the coaching minor, anyone that's majoring in physical education or even history education or math education, they could pick up a coaching minor. So with that being on your transcript, what that tells, a future principal or future superintendent administrator is that, this individual has some experience in athletics, they have a desire to coach, and our students get a lot of hands-on experience. So we have coaches that come directly from our athletics department. So for instance, Brian Wright is our head football coach, and he will teach a class called Concepts of Coaching Football. So you're actually getting direct information from the coaches at Pittsburgh State.
Yeah.
if it's concepts of coaching basketball, you're going to hear from Coach Anderson or Coach David, the men's and women's coaches. So it just kind of puts another spin on it.
Yeah.
And then when the students come out, they feel confident, that they've had a good coaching experience here at Pitt. And then we also give them a 96-hour practicum experience.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out and get hands-on, prior to graduation.
Yeah.
So we definitely know that they're getting the cognitive and also the hands-on.
Good. Yeah, and that's the practicum course is something that is popular within the PE program, but also many of our majors have to take some sort of practicum course along the way. So all of our students get that kind of hands-on experience. It just totally depends on the student and what the student wants to get out of it as well. What classes do you teach specifically, though?
Oh my. Okay, so again, here at Pittsburgh State, I'm a physical education instructor, but I'm also the fitness director and the aquatics director on the academic side of things.
Yep.
So I teach first aid CPR classes. I also teach swimming. I teach concepts of lifetime fitness, which is, overall general health and fitness. I also teach theories and activities of individual sports, theories and activities of team sports, and then I do a lot of special events and special projects on the side within the department.
Yeah, and we're going to get to those here in a minute, absolutely. But before we get there, someone signs up for a class with you. They're going to have Miss Grimes for the first time. Mm-hmm. How would you describe your teaching style to them before they ever step foot in the classroom?
Yeah. My motto has always been, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like you have to have people actively engaged and up and moving.
Yeah.
So if we have an opportunity to go outside, we're going to go outside. Most of my classes are movement-based. I only have a couple that, we have to lecture with, but I still try to make those lecture classes, let's get up and move, let's take a brain break. Everything I do is hands-on.
Yeah.
So you're going to be moving, you're going to be listening to music, it's going to be high energy. You're going to learn the things that you need, but everyone's going to be actively involved in moving, and
Good.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So take it a deeper level here. After students graduate from our program, after they've had classes with you, what's the one takeaway you hope they have from your classes specifically?
For my classes specifically, I would like to say that I hope that they have learned, obviously they have the knowledge base. We all want them to have knowledge base, but we want them to know that your job is fun, your career should be fun, and we want them to love the kids. You're learning your discipline and your skills, but what good are those if you can't share them and serve others? So, if you're going to go to work with a smile on your face and do it with your full heart. Yeah. So I want kids to walk away and share the love. Share it with their students, share their passion. Yeah. Because we know that when passion collides with their love, then they're going to just escalate throughout the rest of their lives. Yep. So gotta love those kiddos. Yep.
Absolutely. So let's go back to your service projects. You do a lot of service work for the department, both here and up in Kansas City, I believe, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that. You're wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Okay. Well, I'm always looking for special projects, and I'm really a firm believer as a physical educator that you need to build relationships within the community and with the local school districts. So we started, and this was actually even prior to my time, 28 years ago, it was Kansas Kids Fitness Day. Mm-hmm. Pitt State would invite over 18 different schools to campus, and the first Friday in May, we would just have massive physical education workouts on the football field, and we would do stations and rotate. Well, over the years, we started looking at other ways that we could interact with public schools, professional football teams, basketball teams, just ways to interlock Pitt State with the community and outreach. So the NFL flag football program, it's been around for 24 years, a long time. But also the Kansas State Department of Education came up with Fuel Up to Play 60. And that's an initiative with NFL Flag, the American Heart Association, and the Midwest Dairy Council.
Okay.
And they came together and they said, what can we do to get kids more active in public schools where they can earn points and earn incentives for living healthy lifestyles while also playing flag football?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of taken off. It's been around, Fuel Up to Play 60's been around for, I think we're on our 12th year now. So with me being an advocate for that and then going and presenting at state and national physical education conventions, it has really grown. I've reached out to the NFL in Kansas City, the Kansas City Chiefs, and they have provided us with NFL flag football kits. And inside the kit is flag football belts, footballs, jerseys, little Chief Target shirts, if you will. And what we do is we go out to the local elementary schools and we give those to the PE teachers, and then we play flag football with the kids.
Yeah.
And our majors are the ones that are running the program. And it has really been successful. It's a program, I think, that's probably not going to lose its steam. I mean, it just continues to grow and grow. And if you guys watch the Super Bowl, this past February, the Super Bowl was held in Las Vegas. The day before the Super Bowl, they had the National Pro Flag Football Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have seen some highlights on that. But if these kids are really enjoying the NFL Play 60 program in their schools, they can start developing competitive teams.
Oh, wow.
And take it up to the national level.
Yeah.
So, but they can get on the website, nflflag.com, and
Okay.
PE teachers can get their own free flag football kit. But I like to see our majors do it because I hope that when they graduate and they get out and become PE teachers of their own, then they can stay connected with the program.
Yeah.
They can get flag football kits, run the program in their schools. But I'm an advocate for it all the way around, flag football and activity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I go up, another knockoff of that is the Kansas City Chiefs just opened up what's known as the Chiefs Fit Gym.
Mm-hmm.
Just opened up in Overland Park, June of 2021. And with my connections with the flag football program, I actually went up for a visit, and now I teach group exercise classes for their organization.
Awesome.
So I go up about twice a week from Pittsburgh to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And teach those classes. And it's nice to see other aspects that our students can be involved in.
Yeah.
I've always invited the students to go up with me. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, let's go up and take a class. And
Yeah.
you can see what's going on in other parts of Kansas,
Yeah,
other than just
absolutely.
our corner.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So as we kind of wrap it up here, tell us about your life outside of work. I know you're so busy with all these service projects, and that's awesome. But you got to have time for you as well, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do away
Oh.
from the SRC, away from the Chiefs facility
Yeah.
up in Kansas City? What's fun?
Yeah, ironically enough, I'm living my dream life, and it's always been centered around activity, physical education, movement, outdoor education. And to be honest with you, my hobbies are exactly what I do each day at work.
Yeah.
And so when I'm away from here, I'm hiking, I'm biking, I'm water skiing, I'm on the boats.
Yep.
It really doesn't change.
Yeah.
What I do here at Pittsburgh State is the same things I'd be doing with my hobbies.
Yep.
Except for, I'll add, my grandbabies. I got two little grandgirls now, and I really enjoy taking them to the pool and swimming and watching them learn and grow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's another underlying theme we see is so many of our faculty, whatever they get to teach about on a regular basis, that's probably what they're doing outside
Yes.
of the SRC as well. So we're lucky to do what we do.
Yeah.
Biggest question I have for you today: why Pitt State? What makes us different? What makes us unique? And in your eyes to anyone who might be interested?
Yeah. The term that we always use here on campus is once a gorilla, always a gorilla. And I've always firmly believed in it, because once you come to Pittsburgh State and you experience it, you experience the campus and you experience the faculty and the relationships that are built, there's nothing like it. And it truly is a caring place. Game day on Saturdays during football season, there's nothing like it. The school spirit. So once, not only are you getting a good education, but you're also getting a true positive college experience. And once you leave here, I guarantee when you start traveling, whether it be north, south, east, or west, you're going to see someone on the highway that has a Pittsburgh State Gorilla license plate.
Yep.
And they're going to recognize you, because I run into people all the time, because I do enjoy traveling, and they'll say, well, you've got a Pitt State Gorilla shirt on. And I'm like, yes, I'm a gorilla. And they'll say, I'm a gorilla too. And I think you'll find nationally there's successful people all over the world, internationally as well, that are from Pittsburgh State.
Yeah.
So it's we're quite a family, and I think that anyone that can come on campus and come for a visit and experience what we're all about, I think that they'll choose Pittsburgh State.
Awesome. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So if we want to find out more about our PE program, if we want to find out more about your classes, how can people contact you?
Well, they can definitely go on our website, pittstate.edu, and go to the Health and Human Performance Department site, and they can see all the different programs that we offer: physical education, sports management, recreation, hospitality, and exercise science. And then in addition to that, just come to campus. You can call directly here to the department if you like, or you can call over to the Student Services Department, and they can set you guys up for a visit. We'd love to see you here on campus, walk you around, show you our facilities. We have an outstanding recruiting office that's been more than willing to help set up visits as well.
Yeah.
So even a phone call, if they want to reach out and call the department, we'd be happy to discuss options with them over the phone as well.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Thank you for the time.
Yes.
And
Thank you, Dr. Hutchins.
we'll see y'all next time.
All right.